Hey, you guys. Hey. Happy money making, motivational, mindfulness Monday. I'm start giving the different names of the week, different names and different purposes and different phrases in front of it so we can attract exactly what we want. So we're going to call this a mindful Monday, a motivational Monday. I think those are great words, especially using it for this specific video because I did want to talk about a few things, you guys. I want to talk about behaviors that are toxic, behaviors that are abnormal, and if you've been dealing with these abnormal behaviors, I wanted to show y'all a few things that y'all could do and I could do. Because while I am in this journey of trying to heal myself from all the toxicities that I've grown accustomed to, I wanted to take y'all on that journey with me. So it's each one teach one. I'm teaching myself, and then hopefully you guys can get something out of this video, right? So let me say hey to everybody. I don't know who came in first, but we're gonna start with Riri. Hey Riri. Hey Lena. Hey Lauren. A lot of you guys were already in here before I came live, so I'm just gonna start at the bottom. Hey you guys. Hey. Hey Princess. Hey Love Chop 65. Hey Lisa Clark. Hey Marmar. Hey Faye Kelly. Faye Kelly says day to the champ. Good afternoon, beautiful queen. Much love to you, beautiful queen. Miss Faye Kelly, the beautiful queen. I hope you're having a good day, love. Annette saying hey to Shay Shay. Hey Annette. Hey Lawanda. Hey Katrina. I was thinking about you this morning. Aw. I'm feeling not 100% better because I feel like everything that I've experienced was traumatic, but I am definitely in higher spirits and in better moods from what been transpiring from these past 2 days, you guys. It's gonna be a process for me to deal with some of the stuff that I've been dealing with because to me it's just certain things and certain lines that you just don't cross, and I feel like a lot gets lost in translation when the communication is not effective. And that's a lot of the reasons why, you guys, I became a communications major. I don't know what. I'm gonna tell y'all. I'm gonna get into the story. I just want to say hello to everybody first, okay? Hey Christine. Hey, who's this? In the safe zone, how are you? I love this topic today. Let's go. Yes. You know what? In the safe zone, when I was thinking about this topic, I was like, okay, this is something that in the safe zone would do because she's a mindful leader within the Black community. She's went to school to learn psychology, so she knows all about toxic behaviors and trying to unlearn them. She, I'm sure, has given people tools to work through whatever obstacles that they're facing, challenges that they're having, that they're trying to overcome, right? So when I was thinking about it in the safe zone, I started to think about you like, oh, this is something that she exactly would do. But I am going to have to go out on my own personal journey and look for these things for myself because this is the part of healing that where I have to step forward, put my foot down, get, boots on the ground and do the groundwork for myself. So for me, this type of stuff is soul searching and trying to heal trauma and trying to heal from toxic behaviors that were learned in the past. Hey Mary, hey Kitty, hey Royalty Queen, hey Jersey Girl, hey Ozella, hey Melissa, hey Sweetness 49. How are you? Hi, the Daily Report in chat. Hey Mary Ann. I love when y'all say that. The Daily Report. Don't it sound real good, y'all? Hey Yolanda, Katrina Whitaker is in the building. What's poppin' to my good sis? Hey Lisa. Did I say hey to Lawanda? She's dropping a whole bunch of yellow hearts. I love y'all. And it was a good thing to feel, okay? Good afternoon, beautiful Day mods in chat. Happy Motivational Monday to everyone here. You too, Sharon. Hey TRW. Let me see. Let me go down, you guys. Hey Brenda. Hey, who was that? Summer. It was good to feel what you felt these past couple days because now you know how to move to not feel this again. That's right, Special K. That's right. I'm learning. I'm still in the beginning stages, you guys, because it has been kind of like a repeated cycle, and I've always felt like I've taken this stance, But in times where you're feeling like you have to defend yourself, like on a 24-hour type of thing where you're going into situations and interactions with people with your guard up because of what happened in the past, it puts me on high alert. So I've always felt like that, y'all. But I, at the same time, would always succumb to those feelings. And because I didn't like what people did to me, I would do it back to them because I wanted them to feel the same type of emotion or rage or anger, whatever emotion I was going through at the time. I want them to feel the same way because I think it is crazy, and I will never normalize arguing. It's very toxic. I will never normalize low blowing. There's a way to give constructive criticism, but then in other ways, people are very demeaning. They're very mean, and it seem a little callous with the things that they say. So I don't know. I'm just trying to discern what is what and how do I change how I react to things moving forward. So I'm trying to go on this personal journey for myself because I am tired of allowing myself to be triggered by other people and their actions, right? At this point, it don't got to do with nothing with nobody else, but it's an individual thing. And I'm taking myself on this journey because it is time for true healing, because I'm at the point where I am so sick of it. Like, I've reached the breaking point. I don't really have too much left for me to give as far as that. I'm ready for change. Hey, Dorothy, Day, you're gonna be just fine. This is what I know. I'm always gonna be fine, you guys. Hey, Tammy. Yes, Day, this is your personal journey. I'm here for you doing it. Blah, 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 whew, I'm getting caught up on words. Yes, Day, this is your personal journey. I'm here for you along the way, boo. Thank you. So I did Hey Heart's Desire, I did look up some stuff, you guys. And I was looking it up on my phone, but y'all know I like to screen share and stuff like that because I think it's a little fancy and whatnot. So I wanted to show y'all exactly what is some of the opinions besides myself, because of course, coming from me, it's understandable. Of course, it makes sense when I say it. But I feel like I always like to give extra support and extra evidence. And I kind of took up on this key and figured it out, this little thing, from April Love. Y'all know when April Love goes live, you guys, she comes live with a specific topic. She do research on it. She goes to the internet. She figure out, different sources to use to help you guys understand her overall message. And that's what I want to do right now. So let me type in, I'm praying for your healing day. Take it one day at a time. That's what I'm doing, Lady K or Lady Key. So, love, thank you for being a member for 2 months. Hey, KT. She says, hey, my beautiful, smart, intelligent day, boo. Hey. Sometimes change is good. You'll be great. Hell yeah, change is good. It's it's time for a change. It's definitely time. Hey, Diamond D sis. Hey, Internet. Okay, so let me go here to Google because I want y'all to see just how abnormal arguing and low blowing and all of that. I want y'all to see just how abnormal this shit is. Not just taking it from me, but we're going to use the Google experts, okay? To support our claims. That's what they teach you in school, right? When you're trying to argue something, you have to cite your sources. Bring in extra evidence to support your claims. This is what I learned. And I actually, I take joy in this. This type of stuff is like fun. I'm not gonna lie. And the internet is, you have a wide range of access to things. So why not use the internet for what it was intentionally intended for when it was first created? Hey, Lakeisha. Hey, Legendary. Hey, Patricia. Hey, Aunt Tiffany. How are you, love? So let me share my screen really, really quick. Let's go into present mode. Let's see. So I want y'all to see this. Let me see if I can zoom in. Boom. There it go. Can you guys see that well? Put a 1 in the chat if you guys can see that really good. I want to read it, and then I want to go into my own personal story. So let me know, you guys. I had before I came live, y'all, I was trying to hurry up and eat because I haven't ate anything all day. So like a true person who's, you know, still eat, like I'm in high school, I had me some noodles and I'm eating a Rice Krispie treat right now, you guys. Hey Brittany, okay, you can see it. So proud of you. Dave. Thank you, Gwen. Sorry, y'all. Let me eat this piece of this Rice Krispie. Let me put myself on mute real quick before I go into it. Because I love me a good Rice Krispie. Okay. Hey Misty Blue, how are you? So let's go ahead and read it, right? So it says, this is the AI overview of what I searched up. Like, is arguing and low blowing toxic, right? And this is what the AI overview on Google says. It says, yes, arguing and low blows can be toxic and damaging to relationships and can have negative effects on your health, right? And this is the part that I wanted to actually put it into, like, I put it into words real well, but I wanted to show y'all on Google exactly how they support these claims. Now, when I am engaging in an argument with somebody, it causes different type of reactions and different type of negative effects, like on my mind, on my body. So when I first pulled this up and I read it, I'm like, that's exactly what I've experienced. I have experienced, the arguing and the low blowing and all of that stuff. I have experienced it having an effect on my health, my mental health, my physical health. I physically have become feeling like ill almost, when you can't shake a feeling, or you're constantly in combat mode or constantly defensive, you leave yourself open to diseases, y'all. And that's crazy that certain situations and certain things that you allow yourself to go through can cause you to have different issues with your body based on the type of information you're intaking and the type of stuff that you're engaging in. So when I say that the arguing back and forth is really toxic and it has a huge negative effect on people, I really mean that. It could really break down your immune system to the point where you start developing all type of issues. It's the same thing with stress. Stress will break down your immune system and have you being susceptible to diabetes, to cancer, to anxiety, to all different type of stuff, because instead of your brain working hard to battle whatever is going on in the body, your brain is trying to fight whatever is going on in your mind that's bothering you. You get it? Does that make sense, you guys? Hey, Surrender. Let me go up. Hey, Ozella. There you go. There you go, Surrender Girl. I wanted to put you on the screen. Where Ozella at? There goes Ozella. Patricia, you not late. We just getting started, boo. So I was reading what Google is saying about low blows and arguing and all that type of stuff, right? Hey, Bama. Hey, Melissa Bean. So it says low blows. These are damaging and can't be taken back. Examples include name calling, threatening to break up, or bringing up a partner's insecurities. Now, this part I really, really wanted to highlight, y'all, because I am a communications fiend, almost. I love it. And when they mean relationships, it could be a romantic relationship, it could be a mother-daughter relationship, it could be sister-sister, cousin-cousin, auntie niece. All of those interpersonal relationships are different types of relationships. Every relationship is not romantic, of course, right? So it can cause it, when you're low blowing people and when you are constantly in that state of being so defensive and wanting to argue, and you say things out of anger to hurt somebody. That type of stuff cannot be taken back. You can apologize for it and try to get over it all you want, but the damage is already done. And this is why I feel like, even though I am so quick to pop off or so quick to just lose my cool and not have no self-control, I have a conscience, you guys. I don't want to low blow nobody. I don't want to make nobody feel worse than what they probably already feel or is going through. I don't want to, put that on nobody, like honestly and genuinely. But I walk around with my guard up because I feel like I'm always in situations where I have to protect myself, right? And that's one way that our brain tells us to protect ourselves. When you get into fight and flight mode, you get into, you ready to rumble. You feel me? And I've dealt with that for years. This trauma and this type of toxicity goes way back, like way back, way before YouTube, you know? So it's gonna be a challenge for me to unlearn that, because it's what I've been used to, and it's kind of like, in a way, have been made normal, and it's not normal whatsoever. It's not, and Google agrees with me on that. Hey, go get it. Hey, Peaches. And that says, hey, a beautiful Juju wife, Diamond D. You always calling her that. Hey, Misty Blue, thank you for being a member for 16 months. Hey, Dead End Chat, it's like when you don't get enough rest, you become acceptable to colds and flus. Yes. When you don't get no rest, when you are occupied with negativity, when you are constantly in a state of being defensive, because I even looked that up, you guys, because I have an issue with that. I have an issue with the things that I went through in the past. I'm always going into interactions with other people with my guard up, and I feel like that's normal precaution with anybody, with meeting new people and trying to figure people out. You have to take precaution, but for me, it's at a heightened level because I feel like people are always trying to attack me. My back is always up against the wall, and people are always trying to, or at least dismiss what I have to say because they don't want to hear it. 9 times out of 10, what I be saying be spot on. And sometimes people don't want to hear that. So they'll be very dismissive. So the fact that I always feel sometimes misunderstood and unheard, it creates resentment. It builds up anger, and it makes me defensive. And I've been walking around like this for years. And at this point, I'm tired of always walking around feeling like whoever I talk to, they're going to insult my intelligence, insult, maybe my looks, insult the way that I decide to do things, it's one thing to have constructive criticism, but just insults is not constructive criticism. And I feel like it's not what you say, it's how you say it. And that makes a world of a difference from the message that you're trying to get across, right? Hey Vanessa, hey Virgo, it is. How are you? Yes, my beautiful baby doll Dede, that's Juju. Okay. Dede, that used to be me being an only child. My dukes is always up. Hey Sherry. Yeah, I mean, y'all, when I tell y'all I'm a train to go, don't fuck with me. That's how it is, but I don't want to constantly be in that state. And if I feel like I have to constantly be in that state around certain people, I'm just going to separate myself because I am in a place where I am unhealed and I am more susceptible and more, I am more willing to engage in the bullshit. I feel like I get pulled and tugged. Now, I have a choice. I do have a choice. But one thing that bothers me the most, and I felt like I've been dealing with this since childhood, is being misunderstood. People brushing me off with what I have to say because they have their own preconceived ideas of me. So they're not willing to really take in what I got to say. And that type of stuff. So I've always walked around like, oh, they just don't want to understand me on purpose. And y'all have heard me say that even in reference to things that I've did on YouTube, like and people that I've argued with. They just want to misunderstand me on purpose. I've been feeling like that for a long time, way before YouTube was even a thing. Hey, Bridget. Just imagine being on a platform or around people with the same issues. Everybody fight. Oh my God, Tilo, I was going to bring that up. Let me keep you pinned. I'm going to leave you right there, Tilo. So we're going to circle back to that, right? Because I really have a message for this whole, like, just the Black community, not even the sector, but just Black people overall, because it is a common theme that I've seen throughout families, right? So let me go and read this, what it says under toxic arguments, and then I'll get into what the comment that I pinned of Tilo's. Oh shit. I don't want to let my computer go dead this time. So hold on, y'all. Give me a brief second. Let me put this charger on the put my computer on the charger. But it says toxic arguments. These can include criticism, blame, and contempt. Criticism involves negative comments that escalate the argument. Blame involves targeting a partner's flaws to avoid accountability. Let's talk about that. I think these parts, this toxic argument stuff, is where it turns the situation from bad to worse, right? When you have two people that are in such a defensive state and they feel like you coming at them wrong, it puts everybody in this mood of fight or flight. And I feel like really in the Black community, a lot of the times, you guys, we are taught by our parents to always want to fight. Oh, fight, fight, fight. Well, not all of us. I can't speak for everybody, but I can only speak from my experience, right? And from what I've seen. So it's not everybody's story, but it is a pattern that I have seen throughout my family and other families as well, right? So we all get taught, oh, defend yourself, fight. If they hit you, hit them back. If they say something to you, say something back worse. That's how how I grew up to understand how to fight, right? So when you're in that constant state of not really having a conversation, it goes past communicating at this point, because nobody is listening to each other. Everybody just has their backs up against the wall, and they feel like they're trying to fight their way out of whatever the situation is. They don't the argument stops being about what is the problem at hand, and it starts to get into the low blowing, the blame, the negative comments, the demeaning comments, the criticism that's not really constructive or conducive. It gets into all of that, and that's when everybody shut down. I know for me personally, that's when I shut down. I shut down when I feel like you want to just attack me. You just want to demean me. You don't got nothing nice to say. I don't respond well to that type of stuff at all. It's not what you saying, it's how you saying it. And when you talking to me, you gonna fix how you say, or else I'm just gonna have to. And I used to be like, you gonna fix how you talk to me, and I'm gonna argue with you. Literally, y'all, I've always felt like that, but now I think arguing is toxic. From the moment that I was introduced to it, I've always felt like it was toxic. I always knew that it was wrong, but I grew accustomed to it because it was happening quite frequently, right? So at the point of when I was first learning about this stuff, I went from being the person on the receiving end of it to me being the perpetrator myself. I've done that a lot. I've said some really fucked up shit that, I have a conscience. I will turn around and feel bad about later. But in the heat of the moment, I felt justified in what I said. But then, because I have such a conscience, I will start, ooh, I shouldn't have said that. Oh, that's going to make them feel bad. Ooh. I didn't even consider their feelings in that moment, but it's only because I felt like I was being attacked. But even in the moment of me feeling attacked, there's a way to, get your point across without being dismissive, without being argumentative, and without, being in attack mode. Because, putting up your defense, that's a mechanism to protect yourself, right? So that's natural. But the type of defense that you do is what changes the outcomes of the situation. Right, some just shut down and others amp it up. Yeah. I shut down too. Will not talk to you ever again until I'm ready. Yeah, that's how I be feeling, y'all. So I pinned T-Lo's comment, right? So T-Lo says, just imagine being on a platform or around people with the same issues. Everybody in fight or flight mode, then everyone is misunderstood. Now, I will say a lot for just the Black community, because I was referencing them earlier. I feel like that is a very toxic cycle that people teach their children, their nieces, their nephews, because I come from that. I come from oh, if somebody hits you, you better hit them back, which I still low key agree with that, you know? But I think it is a negative way to teach your kids how to deal with conflict. I don't think it's the most positive way to dealing with conflict resolution, because if you really take a step back and you look at it and you look at the mindset of, if you hit me, I'm gonna hit you back. It's not, there's no conflict resolution within that situation. It's only escalating the situation, like how it says in here. It says constant fighting. If you're fighting daily or more often than you agree, it could be unhealthy. I agree with that. But it says these can include criticism, blame, and contempt. Criticism involves negative comments that escalate the argument. Now, and that has to do with physical as well. You know, always defend yourself. I still stand by that. But the way that you choose to respond has negative and positive consequences attached to it, right? And I'm not gonna say hit for an example. We're just gonna stick on the basis of arguments, because that's what this live was about. Because I if somebody hits you, hit their ass back. That's how I feel, right? Although it is a little toxic. When you go into the name calling, you know, oh you this, oh you that, oh you this, oh you that, that don't register well with people. That's not an effective way of communicating whatsoever, you know? It's not. It's actually a terrible way to communicate. It's a very toxic way to communicate. And it's going to be a constant cycle, because I'm telling y'all, I've lived it. It's going to be a toxic cycle of going around and round and round like the mouse on the little wheel in his cage. We argue, we make up, we argue again, we make up, we argue again, we make up, we argue again, we make up. That's not healthy. It's not healthy. And if you have people around you that don't mind being in that constant state of, we argue, then we make up, we argue, then we make up, we argue, then we make up, you just gonna have to separate yourself from it. Like, I feel like I'm definitely separating myself from that shit. I don't like it 100%. It all it does is spark negative emotions within myself. Hey Nana Jackie, how are you, love? Caught you live dead, but I'm late. Hey Maz and chat. Hey Brenda, you ain't too late, boo. So Rita, why do you feel like you shut down in those situations with people when you're feeling attacked? Because I used to just shut down, but in more recent years, I fight back, you know. But your fight back don't always gotta be to where it makes the situation volatile. Like right now, I want to change my fighting back to look like me walking away, me not allowing myself to be triggered, you know, me not yeah, that's toxicity at its best in a safe zone. That's exactly what it is. And me being strong enough to not allow other people's thoughts and opinions of me to not bother me, because I know a lot of what was going on and transpiring on YouTube, people have these preconceived ideas that I care so much about what people say about me on YouTube. I don't really give a fuck about what people say about me on YouTube. I actually kind of like the attention a little bit. But however, I do hold certain people to a certain standard. You know, I don't expect for the situations to turn out like people on here do me. You feel me? Laquana, I seen you. Hey, did you comment again? Did I say hey to Pepper China? Hey, Pepper China. Did you comment up earlier? Hey, Dede, people must don't know, once you keep pushing them in a corner, eventually they will come out and surprise another. Just speaking in general. Yeah, I agree with that. But I don't even think that when people are pushing you and you're back up against the wall, you don't got to fight your way out of that corner. You can simply walk around. You don't have to match energy. And that was my biggest struggle, y'all. Wasn't I on here telling y'all all the time? Oh, I'm a mirror. I reflect the energy that you give me. You give me bitch, you get bitch. You want to argue? We gonna argue. You want to do this? You want to low blow me? You want to, no. I'm going to do it right back to you. That's learned behavior, you guys. And it's not the most healthiest way to deal with conflict. In my opinion, it's the worst way to deal with it, because it's more mature to just be able to walk away, and I think it takes more out of you. I think the easy way out is to succumb to the routine that you're used to. I think that's easy. So for me, it's easy to argue, right? It's easy for me to low blow because I've been doing it for so long, and it's a thing that a habit that I've developed over the years. But the challenge for me, y'all, is to actually walk away. That's the part that I'm having problems with, like actually walking away. But I think I'm doing very well. I will give myself a pat on the back as far as the way that I choose to respond. I'm trying, you know. Yeah, it's learned behavior for sure. I wonder, I would shut down as well to avoid saying something I can't take back. Yeah. Whew. Yeah. That's I don't know if that's the state that I'm in now, Erica. Because I do think sometimes like it's not good to avoid situations, but if you're not ready, if you're not in the space to want to have a normal conversation, or you don't even know how to conduct yourself with somebody who is coming at you in a certain way, if you haven't learned those tools to communicate effectively and know how to remain in your calmness when you are coming, when you are feeling like you're being attacked by people, then the best thing to do is to avoid it. But avoiding it don't solve nothing. The feelings are still there. Putting a band-aid over it and saying that it's okay don't stop the fact that in the forefront of your mind you still think about this stuff. So I think the best way to deal with it is to talk about it in the best way possible, in the healthiest way possible. But if you're not at that point to where you can have healthy communication, even in the midst of a storm, then walk away. Avoid it at all costs. Because it's not worth your peace. You're not gonna hit me now, lol. It's just so much you gonna say. I don't have to say so much cruel things. I would just let you know that I'm not doing this, and we will talk about it later. See, that's a good approach, Jackie. That's a great approach. I ain't never used that one, baby. Trust me, this mouth is lethal, and I want to be able to unlearn those toxic behaviors before I decide to have my own children. Because one thing about it, y'all, when I have my own kids, I'm not going to deal with the toxicity of always arguing back and forth. I will completely remove myself. Because it's one thing to like want to protect yourself, right? But I feel like it's another thing to be creating your own family and then being conscious about not exposing your own family to the same toxic cycle that your family exposed you to, right? You heard people more about walking away, sweetie. I've learned that. I don't like being yelled at. It's a trigger for me. Yeah, me either. I don't like being yelled at. I don't like being talked at. Like, talk to me. Don't yell at me. Let's communicate. That's when it's at first I used to shut down, but now I buck up. You feel me? Cause it's like you ain't gonna get too many times to even keep playing in my face like that. That I feel like that's a big offense as well. Like people thinking that you can't discern when they're trying to purposely agitate you to, initiate an argument and different stuff like that. I'm not stupid. I'm very highly aware. I am highly intelligent, spiritually. I have a high level, you guys, of spiritual intelligence. And 9 times out of 10, when your gut is telling you something, your gut is right. So I will never let nobody tell me what I'm experiencing, what am I feeling is not right or it's not how it happened. Because like I've said in the past, you guys, impact and intent are two different things. Somebody may not have meant to offend you in that way, but the way you took it, whether it was the tone of their voice, the actual things that they were saying, and the way they decided to deliver it to you, all of those things are deciding factors to how you take what they're saying. So the impact could be way different than what somebody intended. But that's not the part that's the problem. It was the fact that this is how it impacted me. That's the issue. And that's the part that I think a lot of people forget about. They forget about that. Oh, well, even though I didn't mean it like that, or I didn't try to offend you, or I didn't try to low blow you. It's just like, okay, well, what you tried not to do is not what I was receiving on my end. I'm on the receiving end, and I'm telling you that that's not how I received it. I received it as a down talk. I received it as a low blow. I received it as chastising or berating or whatever. And people don't really want to talk about that part. It's just like, if that wasn't your intentions, why not just be solution oriented, squash it and move on? I think that's a big part that people are missing as far as it comes to having disputes with others. I don't like being yelled at. It's a trigger for me. I argued a lot with my ex-husband, and around my son, I knew it wasn't healthy for him. I made the decision to divorce and move on. He is 28 now. Does your son ever feel like, Rita, and not to get into your personal business, but you brought it up, so I did wanted to ask you, do you feel like your son was traumatized from watching you guys argue all the time? Is it something that he's ever expressed to you that was a concern of his? Because I think that plays a big part. Like, sometimes people aren't even conscious that they are affecting the people around them. In the midst of an argument, people are just going at each other's throats, but they don't understand that when you are around people, especially people that love you, like kids and relatives and stuff like that, it don't only have an effect on the two people that are arguing. It has an effect on everybody that's around that has to endure you guys going back and forth and not communicating in a healthy manner. That's the exact reason why I shut down, to avoid from saying anything that I'll regret. It has happened before. Sometimes you just have to react. Just depends on what it is. But the way you choose to react is the important part, Lady D. The way you choose to react. Because that's the only thing you can control. You can't control how somebody feel. You can't control how they're saying it. You can't control, what they're saying. You can't do none of that. So at at that point where you feel like, of course you can't control nobody and this person is not hearing you, then at that point you got to learn to, just walk away and be okay with the fact that we just don't understand each other. On my way to the salon, I'll catch a replay. Love y'all. Have a good day, J. Gill. I believe you can put a price on peace. I ain't arguing with no one, but I had to mature to that level. I don't like confrontation, but I will stand up for myself in a peaceful manner. Yeah. That's a good. My son is so loving and caring that sometimes he is too nice to his female friends and they can take advantage of him at times. Yeah, a lot of people, because I felt like that in certain instances as well, where I feel like my kindness was taken for weakness, and because of the certain values that I hold, that it's worked in other people's favors, but I don't know. It'd be a lot. And that's why sometimes I say, like, oh, I'm going to just start being selfish. Oh, I'm going to just start doing this. Oh, I'm going to just start doing that. Because when I have interactions with people, I expect me from other people. But what I've learned is, through the many experiences that I've had, is I cannot expect me out of other people. Nobody is going to have the type of heart that I have, Everybody is not going to do me how I do them. So, and that's fine. I don't want nobody to be nothing that they're not. I don't want anyone to try to change how they are. However, I'm going to change the way that I deal with you, because I take at the list of my values, you guys, family is at the top. Respect and loyalty follows right after that. And if you don't have no loyalty to me, I don't feel like you're necessary to be around. Because when I love somebody and I care about somebody, I have a real way of showing my loyalty, like, to the point where it's not like I'm doing stuff to get brownie points, but because I love you, this is how I'm reacting to situations. But when it be like the shoe was on the other foot and people don't, do you how you do them, then it turns into something completely different. Now I feel slighted. Now I feel like, oh, you don't really fuck with me. And here I am, always putting my neck out for on the line for these certain people. And when I turn around and it's time for them to protect me in a way, I'm not protected. I don't like that. I really don't like that, because I feel like with anybody that I love or anybody that I care about, I am super overprotective of them, but I don't feel like I get the same in exchange. So I just have to adjust the way my thinking, for one, and the way that I choose to move with people, for two. That's the two things that I think I need to work on, so that I don't feel like I'm being misused, or feel like I am doing, not even just doing more, but just having more purity and love with the things that I'm doing. I don't want to feel slighted in no type of way. Like, does that make sense to you guys? Hey, Ramona J. Day, I really commend you taking the steps on this issue and educating your chat, but sometimes therapy from professionals may also be necessary. That's true, Tilo, and I am seeking therapy. But I do like, YouTube. I like YouTube. I like getting on here. I like to, because it may be somebody else dealing with the same thing that I am dealing with and being faced with. So why not get on YouTube and talk about it? I like talking to the group of people that have grown to love me and I've grown to love them. I love to take people along with my journey. That's why when I first started out on YouTube, y'all, my YouTube wasn't about drama. My YouTube was me vlogging my life. My very first live was telling everybody on my YouTube channel how I was still a virgin at 25. So I don't mind sharing my own personal experience and different things as far as growth, because it may help somebody else. And in a way, it's helping me at the same time. So I feel like it's a win-win. Why not? But I do agree with you, Tilo. Therapy is something that is very much needed, because I don't have all the tools to help myself. I don't know everything to help myself. And that's why I am also on this road of self-discovery, doing it on my own. But I would also like to meet with a professional who knows what it takes to really get past this type of stuff, who could really put, because like one time I did therapy, y'all. This was after my brother died. And the therapist was like giving me activities, to do, telling me different things like, okay, well, put this on a sticky note and post them all around your room. Put this here and post it all around your room. I've already went through that. And I love the fact that therapy put everything into perspective for me, to where I deal with the obstacles that I face in life in a healthy manner. So I agree 100%. And I got a therapy appointment scheduled. But the way Kaiser be motherfucking set up, it be like, 2 weeks from when you want to actually get the appointment popping, So Kaiser's slow with that shit. Let me take this down, y'all. I also wanted to show y'all the effects that being a constant state of stress, the type of things that it does to your body. Yes, it makes a lot of sense, baby girl. Okay, period. I'm back green. Period. Surrender. Then your explanations of other people is too high. Yeah. My expectations. Absolutely, Riri. That's the problem. My expectations of other people are too high. And I just have to learn that I can't expect people to be me. I am me because of how God created me. And there's nobody on this earth that is going to treat me like how I should treat myself. I feel like the level of loyalty and the level of respect that I at least try to give out is like not returned, but it don't even matter. I should have a certain level of respect for myself, to where I'm not even opening myself to be susceptible to those type of experiences. I want to disattach myself. I want to disengage. I want to, take that energy and channel it to something, somewhere else. I like YouTube too. A good healthy debate can be fun, mixed with a little drama. Tilo, OMG. I ain't gonna lie, it's cool. But it gotta be a healthy debate, like you said. Healthy being the key word. Rita says, Day, don't change who you are. Sometimes you just have to step back. I have learned change behavior is not meant for everyone. Your piece is everything. But no, it's certain aspects of my behavior and my personality that I do feel like I need to change. For one, I am very aggressive with people. I will say that. I am very, very aggressive in my dealings with people. And it's because in the past, I felt slighted. I felt betrayed. I felt like my trust was broken. So, in situations where I feel like people is not coming at me right, and it's not about what you say, it's how you say it, that type of shit trigger me. You could say, oh, I don't like how you did this, that, and the third because of this, that, and the third. But if you just like, you did, and you did, and you, and it's in a pestering, badgering manner to where you're like down talking me, I don't receive that. I don't. And really, it turned me up. All it do is turn me up and I'm ready to fight at this point, you know? Jackie says, Jackie says, Data, you're giving yourself the therapy, in my opinion. LOL. Great job. Yeah, but I don't have all the tools. So I would like to get in front of a professional for sure. I truly admire you wanting to change within yourself and taking us along for the ride. We all can learn from one another, and that's the whole point of me coming on live showing y'all. So I did want to search this last thing up because I was looking at it last night from my phone, because I'm like, and it's so crazy because I felt like almost my interactions and my dealings with people never let it be to a point where people are badgering you with certain stuff to the point where you're starting to doubt yourself. I don't feel like nobody's gut is ever wrong with what they feel and what they're receiving from other people. I feel like our gut is our spirit, that's our intuition letting us know, hey, this is not right. Is something wrong with this? You know, hey, warning, warning, warning. It sends us all type of warnings. But never let nobody make you feel like your feelings are invalid. Right, y'all? So that's what I'm saying to y'all. Never let somebody make you feel like your feelings are invalid. Because I've been in a point where I felt like people have tried to do that to me, and all it did was anger me and make me be aggressive. Or it didn't make me be aggressive, but I chose to respond aggressively. But what the hell was that I looked up? Let me see, y'all. Hold on. I want to sign out of here. Sign out. That's what I meant. Change for the better for you. Yeah. It's definitely, everything is about me, Buki. Everything is about me, Reva. Nothing of what I'm talking about is about anybody else. It's just reflections. It's just my experiences, and from the things that I've learned and from the things that I've been through, what can I do for me to make me be a better person, and for me to not be so affected, and for me to understand different principles about certain stuff. It has nothing to do with nobody else. The change is for me. Trust me, when I tell y'all I'm tired of certain shit, I am tired. I am tired of arguing with anybody. You know, it's draining. I'm tired of it. My spirit is tired. We ready to move past it. So the change is all about me, Bookie. Okay? So that's the whole point. What did I search up? Oh, it's like how to master self control and detachment, but that's not the one that I was looking at. I don't know if that was that one, but I'll bring it up so we could read it together. How to master self control and detachment. Here we go. So it gives us these. Let me share my screen with y'all because I'm a big kid and I like sharing my screen like I'm in class or something. There we go. So we're going to get into this real quick. I'm going to read a couple of y'all comments, then we're going to get into what this says right here. Hey Myra, I don't know if I said hey to you, boo, but hello, hello, hello. Bridget says, Day Day, I like this. If others can't scratch my back like I scratch theirs, I have to detach myself because now they're thinking that they have, now that I'm thinking that they have a motive. Yeah, Bridget, that's how sometimes it is. T-Lo, fact, because laughter is good for the soul. That's true. Laughter is good, but I don't want to do laughter at other people's expense. I don't really, I mean, it's funny, but like, but laughter is very important. Y'all know I love to laugh. And y'all, I was gonna get on here and tell y'all, right? I want to do another game on my backup channel. I want to play Would You Rather. Would You Rather is a really, really good game. It's like, would you rather this situation or would you rather this situation? Or would you, rather this or that? I think some people call it this or that, but I call it would you rather. So I want to play that game on my backup channel. I'm going to schedule it for Wednesday so y'all know ahead of time. All right. Tomorrow I won't be coming live at all because I have some business to take care of. But I do want to get back up on my backup channel because I haven't been over there in a long time. People are like elevators. Some will take you up and some will take you down. Know the difference. Period. I like that. That was a word, Linda Best. That was a word. That's what my husband always says to me. That is how I say things that causes an issue. I can admit that I can be snappy and sometimes dismissive. And even in my mature age of 47, I'm still learning. Yeah. Yeah. Mindfulness is the thing that is missing out of all of that, right? I know that's, we people be having real life situations going on that is causing them stress. But when you're mindful that you're in that type of energy, like, oh, I'm in an irritated state, be mindful of that, be conscious of that, so that even when you are in that state, the way that you choose to respond to people, you'll have it in the forefront of your mind. I'm irritated. I'm snappy. I'm in a bad mood. Just remember that next time somebody says something to you, and then try to think of it as a way like, okay, well, I am mad. I am snappy. I am in a bad mood. But that person don't deserve all of that energy because of what I'm going through. That's wrong. That's a little selfish, right? So just keep it at the forefront. Be conscious about everything that you're doing. Don't let, to me, I want to get to the point to where I don't let anything come out of my mouth unconsciously. I want to be conscious about every single thing that I allow to blurt out of my mouth. I want to be 100% highly aware and mindful of how the things that I say will affect other people, because even though I've been the perpetrator, I've also been on the other end of it, and I know how it makes me feel. And I don't want to make nobody else feel like how I'm feeling, essentially. So I have to work on that. That is something to work on. Yeah, mindfulness is it's a whole thing, y'all. I took a class. It was a communications class, and it was all about mindfulness, and I just completely forgot it because that was like maybe a year or two ago. um so, but baby, that plays a big part. Hey Day in chat, you sound really smooth and calm today. God will turn it around if you just believe. Absolutely, amen. Did they write your pros and cons down and see which one weighs the most and eliminate the cons? Let me take a picture of that, Bridget. And pros and cons in what way, Bridget? That's a good idea. Mario, one day at a time, sis. As long as we can recognize it, we are progressing. That's true. Recognizing it is the first step. Special K. Being mindful of the way that you react or respond to people when you're in a heightened state of irritability is the first step. Because after you recognized it, then that's when you could be in the deciding seat and figure out, well, do I want to yell at him? Do I just want to, blurt some stuff out to him because I'm in a bad mood? Is that conducive? Is that solution oriented? Is that going to solve something? Absolutely not. That if that's only going to cause more issues to arise, it's not going to stop anything. It's not going to make the problem go away. And if in fact, if we were mindful, we would know that after you engage in a back and forth argument with somebody, it only make you feel worse. Have you ever been just irritated, y'all? And you've been mad as fuck, and then you go into an argument with somebody, now you're really pissed. Like, I get so irritated and mad to the point to where I am fuming, to the point where I am ready to fight. Okay? So if I'm already irritated, it sucks to be triggered. It sucks to be triggered when you're already irritated, because then you ain't got no self-control. That's where self-control comes in at too. Mindfulness, consciousness, self-control. Those three things, if you take them and you apply them to every situation and you think before you speak, that is, I was just looking up Bible verses, and a lot of them make a lot of sense. And I'm gonna bring that up too after I read this. After I read in a safe zone comment, and then I'm gonna go through this little list that I got pulled up. I absolutely love mindfulness activities that they look up some different techniques. It will help you so much. We can do that right now while we on live, y'all. So let's go back to Google, right? So it says, here are some ways to master self-control and detachment. The first one says, focus on what you can control. Recognize that you can't control other people. That's that part. That's that part. This is the part that I have an issue with, y'all. And I don't think I necessarily have an issue with wanting to control people. I just want to control how people react and respond to me. And if you don't see or hear my cries, or hear, not even saying cries because I'm not a victim, but hear where I'm coming from, then at this point, and if you're not going to respect me, the only thing to do is to walk away, because I can't control you. You are an individual. You can say and do what you want to do, but guess what? I don't have to deal with it. And that's the part that I got to really understand, because a lot of the times I find myself like feeling like I'm shaking somebody. Hey, you're not listening to what I'm saying. I feel like I find myself in that position a lot when I don't got to do that. I could just walk away. At this point, I don't give a fuck what you think. You think, you feel how you feel. That's fine. Great. But, and I'm going to stand on how I feel. But guess what? I'm just going to have to practice discernment and decide to walk away. I'm at a point in my life, I'm not compromising my peace for anybody. That's how I feel too, Diamond D. Anyone that interrupts my peace, I'll have to remove them from around me. That's how I feel too. And then it says, develop mindful detachment. Take a step back and observe your thoughts and emotions without judgment. Now, I live in a constant state of this, you guys. Not detachment, because I'm very much so attached to a lot of different situations, and I want to practice on my detachment. But when it says take a step back and observe your thoughts and emotions without judgment, I do that a lot. I am the queen of self-reflection. Even in the instance where I know that I'm wrong, I will sit back and I will think about it, So then it says, let go of unrealistic expectations. Can I highlight this? There you go. That's a part that I have an issue with as well. You cannot accept you out of other people. That's just the bottom line. You got to get used to that, right? Everybody's not going to think like you. Everybody's not going to have the same level of empathy like you. And everybody is not going to always operate from a certain place. So you have to let go of unrealistic expectations, right? That's the part that I have a problem with. I have a problem with letting go of unrealistic expectations. I don't even think my expectations of people are unrealistic, to be quite honest with you guys. I'm gonna be honest. I don't expect anything from strangers 100%. And that's why with everything that was going on, I wasn't coming out here telling certain people, hey, don't say this, hey, don't say that. I expected them to do exactly what they did and what they're doing. I'm 100% mindful of that. But I feel like when it comes to family and the way that we were supposed to rock with each other, I did have expectations there. Can't have that. My mama is on live. Y'all could go watch my mom. I'm finna finish my live. What I've been? Oh, I've been on for almost an hour. Okay, I'm gonna finish my live, y'all, real quick. But I think y'all, if y'all want to go over there and watch my mom, that's fine. I have no issues with that. Go and enjoy my mama, y'all. Okay, but I do want to finish my live on this. Day, that's why I eliminate a lot of people out of my circle, because I know how easy things can trigger and piss me off. Then consequences and repercussions, my mind goes blank. Yeah, I agree with that. She going off? Lord have mercy. Nah, I'll catch her replay. Great live, boo. Okay, so I want to finish these points, and then the other thing that I was gonna look into, the mindfulness activities. Thank you in the Save Zone so much for mentioning that, because I will be doing another live on that. I'm just probably gonna cut this off because I have been on here for an hour, which it went by fast to tell you guys. So this is the part that I've been doing really well at lately. Ways to master self-control and detachment. Set boundaries, know your limits, and communicate them to others clearly and assertively. I have no problem with that. I feel like I've never had a problem with expressing myself, what I got going on, and how I feel. Never. I could say what I like and what I don't like, and what I feel like is disrespectful to me, and what I feel like is not. I communicate that very, very well. Now, whether people want to accept it or not, that's on them. That's a them thing. It's not a me thing. But I've made my boundaries very clear. So I do really good with that. That's a part that I will say that I'm very, very strong with. This one is hard, you guys. Do y'all see this one? It says meditate. Meditation trains your brain to become a self-control machine. Okay, we hear that it went both ways. Okay, great. So I'm gonna keep going. I used to try to meditate, you guys. um Meditation is very, very challenging. I used to do this thing on YouTube, y'all, where I used to like try to listen to like water noises and meditate for 10 minutes in the morning throughout the day. That was something that kind of a thing that my sister started, and I picked up on it because I thought it was a good helpful practice to kind of like, get a good way to get your day started, and this, that, and the third, or whatever. So I've dealt with that. And I want to get back into it, but you really have to be centered and focused to do that. And in the beginning, of course, it's going to be hard. It's a new practice. And I believe that meditation is one of the mindfulness activities that Ray Mary was talking about, you guys. Day, I know you've been under your therapist, and did you ever try journaling at all? That cell phone and internet tends to suck up a lot of free time in your head and heart. Melissa Bean, I am addicted to my phone, so you are absolutely right. I have definitely journaled in the past. I have not journaled recently. When I was going through dealing with my brother's passing, I journaled. That was the most I wrote in a journal, y'all. I was writing every day. But now, like, I've gotten to a point where I almost am in a lazy, like, type of spirit. Like, I got a lazy spirit over me, y'all. And I'm trying to fight it. And that's why I've been doing things, like, in my personal life lately that has been putting me in the position to where I can't be lazy. I have to do this. I have to do this. I have to do that. I have to do that. So I do want to get back into journaling. Journaling is another mindfulness activity as well, y'all. Yes, I'm in both lives. I got you. Period, Peaches. Meditation is a good habit. Thank God I got 2 phones. Yes, Journey. Pastor Keon preach on this Sunday. The Bible will teach you everything about our crazy lives. Breathe. I'm gonna keep you pinned. Diamond says, every day I start my morning by looking in the mirror and telling myself how strong, intelligent, and beautiful I am. I look at myself, affirm my worth, so I don't need validation from anybody else. I love that. That's another practice of what do they call it? Positive affirmations, or just affirmations, period. That's a very good practice to do, y'all. I feel like I don't need to practice affirmations though, because a lot of the things that I feel about myself, I don't feel like I need to say it out loud. I know I'm the shit. I know I'm beautiful. I know I'm smart. I know I'm intelligent, and it is not a person on this earth, or like I always y'all used to say, y'all, it ain't no demon in hell or on earth that can make me change how I feel about myself, because I felt like I've come a long way to this point to where I've did soul searching in the past, and I have taken the necessary steps to elevate my intelligence on so many levels, whether it's book intelligence, just worldly intelligence, spiritual intelligence. I got a lot, you guys, a spiritual intelligence and insight. I will say that. That's a gift from God. God gave me that, y'all. Spiritual intellect and insight. Oh, it's just like I was born with it. I was. Thank you, Grateful, for the $9.99. Appreciate you. So, I do understand that that's a practice that people do, but I don't find it necessary for me as well, because there's never a time where I feel low about myself as far as my capabilities and who I am as a woman. The only time when it starts to get a little rocky and where I start to get frustrated with is when somebody is trying to badger you with things that you're not. You're not this, you're not that, you do this, you do that. I don't receive none of that, because nobody knows me like me. You feel me? I know me better than anybody on this earth. I know what I'm capable of. I know the type of power I have within me. I have a lot of confidence, y'all. And it's not even confidence in looks. It's just confidence in the way that I think, confidence in the way that I talk, confidence in the things that I say. A lot of things that I say, I know that I'm right. And I'm not always right, but my spirit wouldn't guide me in that way if I was so wrong all the time. And when I am wrong, y'all know I am quick to take accountability. Like, very quick to take accountability. I don't have no problem with that, because I don't think nothing that I go through is to harm me. I feel like everything is meant for my betterment. So whether I am right or wrong in a situation, it's a chance for me to learn, right? Right, I agree. I feel the same way. Your mother has that gift as well, Day. She also have a gift of discernment, and she can pray like no tomorrow. She could pray real good, y'all. Really, really good. And it's crazy because when I was little growing up, y'all, my mama prayed a lot, and I always be like, damn, can you teach me how to pray like that? Can you she was like, I can't teach you how to pray. You just gotta, you gotta watch me, hear what I say, and talk to God. You don't have to do it exactly how I do it. You don't have to say exactly what I say. But when you go to God, just go to him for real and just talk to him. You can talk to him regular. You feel me? He's always listening. Whether you on your hands and your knees and you're praying, whether you just up in your thoughts, God hears and see everything. And that's why I feel like I am never ashamed or embarrassed by anything, because the one person who has any control of my life and how people should do things is God, and he sees everything that I do. So when it comes to man, I don't really, I respect certain people, but it's a certain way that you have to deliver stuff to me for me to receive it. But I know that God is watching everything that I do. So, who are you to think that I'm embarrassed by you or what you say? And who do you think you are to think that you're going to make me feel shame when God is watching me? And I think I've said that a lot of times, y'all. Even when I was in the midst of the storm and wanting to argue with people, I was like, why do y'all think that I am in this state of feeling ashamed or this, or the third, when God sees everything? Now, will I say some of the actions that I've taken were embarrassing as far as like presenting myself to the world? Hell motherfucking yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. But he knows my heart, and he knows what the things that I struggle with, and I believe he brought me to this point to where now I'm ready to do something different. We'll get back to it. I rebuke that lazy spirit, period. It could lead you to a book in no time, even if you know you're the itch. Still look in your mirror daily and say, "Good morning, gorgeous." Ain't that a song? Good morning, gorgeous. That's the song, y'all. Who sing that? Drop it in the comments. So let's go back to here. And then it says, feel your emotions. Detaching with love helps you become more grounded and secure in your own thoughts and emotions. I like that one. I like that one a lot because I live in this state a lot as well. Constantly feeling my emotions and constantly over analyzing situations and stuff of that nature, and constantly seeing, okay, where could I have been wrong with this? Oh, okay, well, I was right about this, and this is my feelings, and I feel like this for a reason. These feelings aren't just coming from anywhere, so I 100% am always feeling my emotions. I embrace my emotions. I'm not the type of person that feels like, hey, Zay. Oh, it's Mary J. Blige. Good morning, gorgeous. I like that song, y'all. Hey, Zay. How are you doing? Absolutely, Rita. Once you embrace it, you'll learn to feel more comfortable with who you are. What did Rita say? Let me go up. Rita says, Diamond D, I was the same way, but opposite. I'm tall and slim and will get teased every day. Now I exude confidence thanks to my mother. Rita, you are beautiful, honey. You look like them women that be doing them Miss America and USA titles and stuff. Girl, you look like one of them. Reva, if I looked as regal as you did, girl, it would be nothing that nobody could say. Okay, I am the shit, I am the poo, and you're the gum beneath my shoe. That's that's how I would feel, y'all. That's the attitude I would be walking around with. You can't tease me because I'm beautiful. You're ugly. And even that is toxic within itself. You could just be like, hey, I'm beautiful. Let me go ahead and walk away from you, demon, because you're trying to, make me feel less than what I am. That's the devil. Mm-mm. If I was real, I'd be like, stepping on me. Okay, so then let's go on to this next point. It says put up barriers. Bring objectivity to the way you view others, allow them to still be in your life. I'm having a hard time understanding this part. Put up barriers. Bring objectivity to the way you view others and allow them to still be in your life. I'm not at that point. Be patient with yourself. Start small and look forward. Yeah. And this is the part that I feel like I am at now with self-control. Trying to practice it. I am being patient with myself. I've identified the problem and I am working actively every day to work forward or work towards that. So yeah, I've been starting small and looking forward. This is a small start, y'all. This is a small start for me because not only am I continuing to do my YouTube channel and not feeling like I need to run away. So that's a step for me. I'm gonna always show up on YouTube whenever I have free time to do so. I'm gonna do it. I like being on YouTube. This is my thing. I have a great personality for it. It works for me, and I want to seize every opportunity that I can from YouTube, whether it be just making connections with people, being able to spread mindfulness and love throughout the universe, because this is one way to connect with other people. Shout out to the creators that created social media, because people could be all over the world, like in a safe zone in Memphis, you feel me, and all the way out here in California, but we found a way to connect with one another through social media. So I feel like, this is a small step in that direction, and me scheduling a therapy appointment again, you guys, because I haven't been to therapy in some months. I haven't been in a while. I love Mary J. Blige's song, My Life. How does that song go? I forgot how that song go, but my mom was a huge Mary fan, y'all. So I used to know, we know all the Mary. We probably don't know the names of the songs, but if we hear the beat, we know every lyric. Diamond D, once you embrace yourself, there is no stopping who you are and what you view as complete in your own life. Yes. Diamond D says absolutely, Melissa Bean, and it took me years to figure that out, but I got it now. LOL. Yeah, and it's a process. It takes time. Nothing is ever gonna happen overnight. And I also have to get comfortable with that idea as well, you guys, because I am the type of person that I would do something for so long, and I would not for so long, but I would try to have a consistency with certain stuff, but I get bored really easily. I don't know if it's a sad thing. I don't know what it is, but I will want to do one thing 1 minute and it's exciting and I'm excited about it. And then the next minute I'm like, nah, I don't want to do that. I want to do this. Oh, nah, I don't want to do that. I want to do this. So my biggest challenge for me is to be consistent with everything that I need to do, that I find necessary to help myself along my healing journey. I have to be consistent. My mental health depends on it. The way that I interact with people in the present and the future depends on it. And eventually I'm going to have me some babies. I'm speaking them into existence in a year or two. So, my future children, in the way that I decide to, break generational curses as far as like the arguing and all of that toxicity, I don't want to take that into my relationships with men. I don't want to take that into any friendships. I don't want to take that into any, into motherhood as well. I would never. I've seen how it is. I don't like it, and I would never want to inflict that type of stuff on my own kids. Yeah, I get bored easily. That's what it is, Riri. I get bored real easy, Riri. I really do. Or I don't know if it's I definitely ain't never had no ADHD or nothing, but I just think with the times that it is now, especially with me having a lot of stuff going on in my personal life, like behind the scenes, it's easy for me to one day want to get on here and be like, okay, well, we're doing the daily report, right? Because y'all see, I done changed my name. I've been doing my celebrity news videos, which has been doing okay. It's been doing okay for me. I am comfortable and okay with the numbers that I've been getting. My last live where I did celebrity news is almost at 1K. And that was a couple days ago. So y'all make sure y'all let me share the link. Hold on. In my chat. Y'all make sure y'all go catch this video. Y'all make sure y'all go ahead and catch that. This is the link to the video that I did the other day. I talked about P. Diddy. I talked about G Herbo. I talked about Naomi Campbell. I've talked about a bunch of situations on that live, y'all. So make sure y'all go ahead and check that out. Yeah, this right here. So, and it was this one lady, and then I'm gonna get off of here, you guys. I've been watching her videos heavily, and I don't feel like nothing in life is a coincidence, right? I feel like God is always putting stuff right in your face for you to be able to have the tools you need to move the way you need to do. Yes, that was a good live day. Thank you, in the safe zone. Y'all, in the safe zone be having a tea. Okay. She's like real as far as the young dog situation. I feel like even with any other situation, and the safe zone does thorough research. I like her research method and the way that she presents information. I love that about her, right? Yeah, you be having a tea, girl. You do. But I had been listening to this lady. I want to put her link in my comment as well. Her name is Resilient Beauty. Even when I miss your live, always go back and catch the replay. Thank you, Peaches. Great live. Thank you, Diamond D. I wanted to show y'all this lady. I wanted to drop her link in my comments real quick, and then I'm gonna get up off of here. That's Bama's live. I could have sworn I shared the video. Oh, here it go. Her name is Resilient Beauty, y'all. And she has 2.8K subscribers, and she don't really have much of engagement, but when I tell y'all, like, the past 2 days she just popped up in my algorithm on my phone, and I was just like, I've never listened to this girl before, so where the hell did she come from? I feel like God put her in my vicinity so that even if I'm not able to 100% um hone in on the messages that he's trying to send me, he's sending other people as well to get me to kind of like be on a good track. So I've been listening to her a lot. She's very spiritual. She believes in God. She knows the Bible very well. She practices the Bible. At least that's what she says. I don't know her personally, so I wouldn't know. But these past 2 days, like listening to her and her saying things that I could 100% relate to, especially as it relates to what I was going through, a few days ago, I was like, OMG, this ain't nobody but the big God upstairs. He's the one that sent this to me. Because I don't know who this lady is. And it's not like she has a whole bunch of subscribers. So I was like, wow, yes, Dad, you will be different with your kids. You will make a great mother one day, still on your healing journey. Thank you, boo. So this is the link to her channel, you guys. I want y'all to go check out her channel. Her name is Resilient Beauty. She has a lot of great wisdom and insights. Okay. So on that note, you guys, I'm about to get up out of here. Thank you for coming in, chilling with the daily report. Today we reported on toxic behavior and ways to overcome and unlearn those toxic behaviors. So make sure you hit the like button on your way out. If you haven't hit it already, go ahead and hit that. If you're catching a replay, let me know in the comments that you're a part of the replay gang, 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 gang. And I love you guys, and I hope you guys all have a blessed day on purpose. Bye.